Alright, what up guys, I am Gase and I will be using a face camera this time because last couple of uploads I've been using my voice completely and it hasn't really worked out. For whatever reason, maybe YouTube is confusing my voice for an AI voice and it's throttling a lot of the videos because I have heard that AI is being cracked down on massively by YouTube. So if you're just creating AI scripts and using AI narration like an AI voice, it is demonetizing those channels. It is cutting those channels down massively. So I fully understand why maybe it might think I'm an AI channel because I don't really use my face at all. And way back when in the past, I did use AI voice a little bit when I started, but I went to my voice at the end, like I think a few months later. No, a month later, something like that. A month, 2 months later, I went into my voice and I started to use my voice. And yeah, I think AI maybe is thinking because my face is not on the camera that I might be an AI voice, which is fine, right? So I'm gonna try and use my own face. I'm gonna try and see if this maybe is gonna help in terms of AI pushing the video. It's not really the clicking that's the issue, like the click-through rate or anything like that. It's just YouTube is not pushing my videos that much at all. So now getting into the subject of the video, today I will be talking about Dragon Ball waifus, specifically on which one I would think would be the best to marry. It's just a random video just to test out if the algorithm is pushing these videos out or not, and if it's based on my face or not. But getting into the video, the most obvious pick is obviously going to be Bulma, because Bulma is a genius. She has invented so many insane things, including shrinking technology, de-aging technology until they changed it in Super. She also invented a literal time machine. She invented capsule houses and capsule cars and capsule motorcycles. She has completely revolutionized the world alongside her father, and her mother is a bit of a, she helps emotionally, but she is incredible. She also created the most important thing, which is the dragon radar, and she also helped recently in Daima she tried to fix the spaceship, the Majin spaceship they were using, the spaceship that travels through the demon realm. I don't know what it's called, bro. Daimo is not that great. I talked about it. Daimo is not that amazing, to be honest. But she is ahead of her time when it comes to genius. She's also attractive and has been attractive and has aged pretty well compared to everybody else, especially if you put Chi-Chi in there and you put Videl and how she looks in Super. She looks more of a mom, which makes sense, but Bulma has aged the best in whatever timeline. Apart from the new game Xenoverse 3, she does not look the greatest, to be honest. She looks quite old there, which makes sense if she is gonna be like super old in the actual game. That is the only depiction I've ever seen where Bulma actually looks a lot like her age, and she just looks like a regular older anime type of character. The next one would be Videl. Now Videl, she's pretty good too. She is a fighter, but she just does not have as much relevancy as Bulma throughout the entirety of Super itself. I mean, she literally doesn't do anything. She's just a mom, kind of like Chi-Chi, and she's not much of a fighter anymore. It would have been interesting to see her continue to be, say, a woman and go on to be, say, a man, but that would have required Gohan to continue fighting, which he doesn't anymore. So it makes a lot of sense why she is also not in the same boat of fighting or just doing anything, because everybody does everything else. However, she is a good mom. She was a fighter before. Could she protect you now? Probably, because she learned how to fly and all these other things, which are pretty difficult, evidently, based off of the Buu saga. So I guess she'd be good in there. But we don't see much of Videl after her introduction with Gohan and Saiyaman and, her being beaten up. That's pretty much it. The rest of it we do not see much of at all. And then moving on into the next character, for me, would be Launch. Is an older character. Launch would not be a great waifu whatsoever, unless if you are a Saiyan, and we're talking about pre-Redcon Saiyans that were not hurt by bullets and lasers. If you're that type of Saiyan, you'll be fine. But it is quite annoying to deal with a woman that continuously changes and morphs into like a monster who just wants to kill every single person she sees and robs and runs away and does all these reckless things. She did settle with, obviously, with Kami-Senin, obviously, which is Roshi. She did relax with him, and even if she transformed into the other character, she didn't try to run away. But still, she is quite problematic. The other side is good. The other side is pretty submissive. She could cook, clean, and do many other things. She's a pretty standard traditional wife, but once she sneezes, she becomes into this raging monster that just wants to eliminate everything. So she's going to be the bottom for now. Now, moving on to another character, which I would say is Chi-Chi herself. Obviously, Chi-Chi, she has retained some of her fighting spirit. She's not afraid of anything. She obviously attacked Boo, like Super Boo, and she was turned into an egg and she was killed. And I talked about what if, Boo, Majin Boo, end up getting the third eye in a video before. If you want to check it out, you can. But she literally is fearless. She doesn't care who it is. She will fight them and she will protect her family and friends. So that's a very, very good thing for sure. But that's pretty much it. She also cooks as well and cleans and all that. She's a pretty good cook. Yeah, that's pretty much it. She's not super uber strong. She is not incredibly inventive. But again, she is a good mom. She is better than Launch. She's not going to try and murder you for no reason, right? She will actually have a reason. And that's pretty much it. Now, moving on to another character, we would have Zangia. Now, Zangia, we've only seen her fight, pretty much be loyal to Bojack and the group, and she is a skilled fighter. She is, but we've not really seen too much more than that. That's the only upgrade to her. She is the wife that will be a great fighter and will be able to protect you much better than the other wives I've just mentioned. But we don't see her really invent anything. We don't really see her do much emotionally. I guess she backs up Bojack in that. That's pretty much it. We don't really see too much of her. Now, she is very attractive, one of the most attractive on this list. And based off of alien genetics, she could stay looking that way for forever. I mean, aliens in Dragon Ball can survive for thousands of years. Saiyans are going to be alive looking the same way for hundreds of years. So she could have the same genetics. It's possible. It's been a while since I've seen the movie. So I guess in the beauty aspect and the fighting aspect, she is top one. The beauty, more so just headcanon, but the fighting for sure. That's pretty much it. She's also very loyal. That's another thing. Just like Bulma's loyal, Vidal's loyal, Chi-Chi's loyal. Launch needs some convincing for the other side, but she could become loyal for sure. But that's pretty much it for her. Now, moving on to another character, Android 18. With her, yeah, she is in the fighting realm at the top of this list because we see her in Super. And because of the power scaling, she's anywhere between very, very strong to ridiculously strong. I'm not really sure. Even if you compare it to other people, I'm not sure. But if you were to compare it with the people on this list, I would say she would be the strongest, obviously. So she would be the strongest. She is capable of giving birth, even though she used to be an android, she turned back. However, she still retains a lot of her power and attack moves, just in a different way. And she is still attractive as well. She does age a little bit, but it's a little bit. So again, she's up there in terms of just not aging poorly like Bulma, Zangia, and her. And yeah, she's very supportive. She is extremely loyal. She helps financially. She helps with everything else. She is a pretty good mother. She's very involved. And when she loves you, she puts everything into it, just like many of the characters on this list. So she's pretty good. I would say right now it would be Bulma number one, it would be her number 2, depending on if you care about food, emotional support, over cooking and that. Not, what am I talking about? Over fighting, I mean. You could have Zangia just if you want somebody super strong who potentially could not age to be 3rd. But I would put Chi-Chi there because Chi-Chi is extremely loyal. She helps out emotionally. She's very involved with her children. So I would say Chi-Chi. For me, Chi-Chi, Videl, Zangia. Because with all those other characters above Zangia, all of them, we've seen them with children, and they are very good with children. I don't know about Zangia. I've never seen her with a kid. Launch, again, she tried to kill Goku, you know? It was a kid. She tried to kill Goku and Krillin, who were both kids. So I'm going to put her dead last on this one. Now, is there anybody else? I don't want to say Pansy, because again, Pansy's a princess. Yeah, she could be old in age, but now I'm not going to put her on this list. Ranfan is another one from older Dragon Ball OG, but again, we don't see too much of her. She is good at fighting, but I don't think she's better than any of the people on this list in terms of fighting or even potential strength, because it was such a long time ago and she fought Nam. So she's, if we're gonna put her on the list, she is potentially at the bottom. Launch is at the bottom for trying to kill people. I'm gonna put Launch bottom and her second bottom. There's probably a few others that I'm missing, but these are the most prominent waifu characters that I can think of in Dragon Ball. Like, people mention them a lot. Chila is another one. Again, she's good with people, but we don't see much of her strength. She is good emotionally. She is loyal. She does try to help Broly, to try to save Broly. She did save Broly's life in a sense as well. So yeah, she would be on this list. Is she particularly strong? No, but she is crafty. She's smart, you know. So I'm gonna put her above Lodge. Do I put her above Zangia? Yeah, because we've seen her be very good with a stranger and be very emotionally connected to that stranger to help them out enough to save their life from being killed. And Beerus is attracted to her for some reason. So I'm gonna put her above. Do I put her above those two? From what I'm looking for in a waifu, I would say yes. Yeah, it's a bit controversial, but yes. Just for the reason that she stuck her neck out for Broly. It's a basic thing, but emotional connection is an important thing. Anybody else here? I think out of everybody prominent, that's pretty much it, right? I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting somebody. I mean, we could mention Goten's girlfriend in GT. We could mention her, but again, not really clear on who she is as a character. She initially comes off of somebody who cares a lot about money and gifts, but then is later developed into somebody who's just decent. So would I put her on this? Is probably not. Probably not, if I'm being honest. This is gonna be it. I can't think of any other potential waifu characters in Dragon Ball right now. I can't think of many. I really cannot think of many. Yeah, that if there's anybody that you care about that I've missed, that's like an obvious miss, you could put it down there in the comments. If there's anybody you want to shift up on the list, that's perfectly fine. But I think for me, Bulma being number one, you know, yeah, she invents the Bluetooth Waves machine that literally turns Vegeta into Super Saiyan 4. I mean, she's insane. So for me, she's number one. She's the number one pick. And then the last one would be Launch, because she'll try to murder you. And that's it for this video. It was 14 minutes. Dang, that's it for this video. I honestly just wanted to see if this video will work in the sense of just not presentation, but in the sense of, like, is the algorithm just keeping down the other videos and maybe not pushing them as much as it could? Or is it just me being insane or not putting in good ideas to the forefront? I just want to see. But yeah, if you do enjoy this format a bit more, if you want me to do something a little bit more, maybe a bit more clips and stuff in the video, I'm gonna try and do it without clips. I am thinking of putting in clips, but I just want to see if I didn't put in any clips of what happened. But if I have to, I will the next time. I can. It's not that big of a deal. So yeah, it's been Gase, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Probably a similar video if this video does well, just for a different IP. Check you guys later.